What's going on, folks? Fugazi TV. Mono Black checking in. I am your leader. First thing is first. Let me get the housekeeping out the way. Please like, subscribe, drop some comments. Don't treat me like no side child. Please help get my subscription numbers up. I would gladly appreciate that. Thank you kindly. Thank you kindly. Now, yesterday, the Supreme Court overturned Roe versus Wade. And now everyone is in a frenzy. And I don't understand what the issue was, or what the issue is. This is not a ban on an abortion. Oh, scratch that. That's not a ban on a deletion. Actually, you can have deletions done in other states that allows deletion. Now, all the Supreme Court did was just let the states handle what to do with deletions. And I was just listening to a clip from, I think it was Bill Maher, liberal, so-called comedian, late night talk show. And he said this decision will split or divide America. Bruh, America has been divided, man. It's been divided. Now, the other day, or probably a couple years ago, last year, if you know Ben Shapiro of the Daily Wire, he left California to move to, I believe, Tennessee. Because California taxes were too high, and the decisions that the California, officials were making, he didn't agree with. So he got up and skedaddled. He went to Tennessee. As far as I believe, Tennessee is either a purple or a red state. Probably more of a red than a purple. Also, Elon Musk got up and took his SpaceX or Tesla, I believe it's SpaceX or Tesla. He picked up his corporation and moved it down to Texas for the same reason Ben left, because the laws were getting too crazy. The taxes were out of control. They felt like the officials were going crazy. So he went down to Texas, where Texas, it's a red state. Now, what's the difference with that? If you want to have deletions and have access to deletions, why not just go and live in a state that allows deletion? Now, what's my opinion on this matter? Listen, we live in a time where someone or something has to teach people how to be more responsible. We have become a little irresponsible with our private parts, men and women. Now, overturning this will, at least for some folks from states that outright ban it, to be more responsible or just leave. Now, let's just be honest, right? If we're going to be honest about it, conservative folks wanted it overturned. Liberal folks, if they could do it when the child is almost ready to come out, they would do it at that point. Let's just be honest. Maybe not all, but I know there's a few. So let's not complicate this thing. The liberal states will still have it. The conservative states might ban it. Now, that may be a good thing if you're really thinking about it. That means that liberals who have, these grand ideas, they can get together and kumbaya around a campfire and do what it does. Raise taxes, allow, weird stuff and stuff like that. Like California and stuff like that. You guys can just migrate to those states and live and have free access to deletions. And conservatives will, migrate to conservative states where, there's not a lot of fun, not a lot of mischievous behaviors and stuff. Wink, wink. They might have some under the, behind closed doors, but that's another story. This will force people to be more responsible. Now, if a woman's not going to move to these liberal states to get access to deletions, she's going to have some decisions to make. One, she probably might not be letting anybody shoot up the club raw. She will think twice because this is going to impact me. Now I have to go catch a flight. I'm going to miss time from work. I'm going to have to get a hotel. I'm going to blah, 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 and then blah, blah, blah. Nobody's going to be with me, So it may be a little bit more complex. So she may be a little bit more responsible with her cookies. Her cookies. And men who likes to, go into clubs and, do what it does, they're going to have to realize, hey, man, I'm going to have to dish out a lot more money, and probably I have to, fly with this girl or drive out with this girl to be able to get this deletion. So you know what? Instead of, just going in with no helmet, let me put this old helmet on. Let me see what this is. Hopefully, we'll look at this in maybe 5-10 years. Hopefully, STIs, formerly known as STDs, might go down. Unwanted pregnancies might go down in certain states. In other states, you're going to have a high case of deletions. Because I'm assuming if a woman is near the border to a state that allows a deletion, and that trip is not, 6 hours, 7 hours, but a 1 hour and a half, 2 hour drive, they probably will get this done. Now, there's going to be a shift in access to these places because the states that allows it, they will now get triple, quadruple more businesses coming in ready to, do deletions. So they are going to have a lot more deletions. Now, a lot of people are saying there's going to be women that's going to go out here with clothes hangers and all this. If someone is irresponsible and get themselves in a pickle where they need a deletion, in the best case scenario, without regarding for their health or anything like that, they decide to use a coat hanger. That person has some issues. They have some issues. All you gotta do is just drive to the next state that's allowed it. So, and I heard another person say, well, what about in cases where women have babies and the babies are sick and they have all these deformities and stuff like that? What about these people now? Well, first of all, those people can go to other states that allow it, one. And then two, how many cases of this do we have? You act like it's the majority of pregnancy ends up in this way. I mean, we're talking about less than 1% here. I guarantee you, less than 1% of kids have issues. So you and we will probably be all right. And Bill Maher said, we need some kind of compromise. I kind of think this was a compromise, right? They did not ban deletions across the country. All they did is said, this is not something that the federal government should be telling people to do. This is probably a decision best for the state. Do I agree? Yes, I do. Because someone in Washington, D.C. cannot tell me in Florida, or someone from Texas, or someone from California, how to live based on the experience they've had in Washington, D.C. Florida is different. We need different rules. There's different rules and different laws, for people within the same state. Not every road has the same speed limit. There's different scenarios. There's residential areas where there's high traffic and you want to avoid people losing their lives in accidents. The speed limit is 25, 10, 15, 30. And then there's places where there's not a lot of foot traffic, just primarily cars driving in one direction. And the speed limit is 45, 50, 55, 60. There's different areas or different places that needs to be governed differently. And this is the law that we have now. Hey, this state, primarily a religious state, don't want it. That state, free as a bird. They want everything. They want champagne showers on boats and stuff. And they allow it. Hey, you need to think about moving. You need to think about moving. Now, just as a word of encouragement, you gonna be all right. We gonna be all right. Just use better judgment, man. Because now it's gonna cost a little bit more. Now it's gonna be a little bit more of an inconvenience if you're in these states that ban it. Now, I looked at a map. The majority of southern states, they ban it, with the exception of just maybe 3 or 4. I think Florida, South, and North Carolina is in there. That were uncertain. They haven't gone which way, but we have Ron DeSantis, so I'm pretty sure that he might go, with banning it. But we'll see. So the women in the South, you're going to have to close your shop. You're going to have to close your shop. it's gonna be hard. Boy, let me tell you, if I know Texas, Louisiana, Alabama, Georgia, Mississippi, and a few others. I think Tennessee, a few others, ban it outright. And if Florida gets in there and South and North Carolina gets there and ban it, Southern people getting pregnant, it's going to be an issue. Especially if it's Floridians in Georgia, people from Georgia. Arizona might get into it. You know, Arizona is a purple red state, maybe. They're uncertain now. So it might be, you're going to have to buy a plane ticket. You're not driving to the next state. You probably might have to drive through several states to be able to get a deletion. So now you're going to have to think twice. I'm telling you, you're going to have to think. You can't just let anybody get it. And if you're going to let anybody get it, we need to talk about how we're going to prevent me from having to go from state to state, from state to state, at least passing through state to state to state to state to get to a place where you can get a deletion. It ain't going to be easy. Imagine with inflation and everything rising. Listen, guys, listen. I went out today and I got a potato chip bag, right? A bag of Funyuns. I remember when Funyuns was $1.99. And you had a big bag with a lot of Funyuns. As, inflation started to get and the dollar started, more things started to be expensive. It went to $2.99, and the amount of Funyuns that was in that $1.99 bag, half of it disappeared in the $2.99 bag. I just spent $5 on a bag of chips that I could have probably get a long time ago for $1.99. I probably could have gotten 3 of them. 3 of them. 3 of them. And I would just be over just a little bit. Guys, things are getting crazy. So at least for the next 2 years, you're going to think twice. It's going to cost. Letting somebody just get in there and run with no helmet. It's going to cost. It's going to cost. It's going to cost. We're going to have to talk about this. We're going to have to make a decision. We got to sit at the round table. We got to bring your folks in and my folks in. And we got to bring some lawyers and a judge to figure out if we're going to do this, how are we going to stop from having to buy these high airplane tickets for me to travel for 3 hours to get to a state where I can get a deletion? We're going to have to talk about this. This ain't like yesterday or the day before. This ain't like Monday. Monday you could have no helmet. Tuesday, no helmet. Wednesday, no helmet. Thursday, no helmet. Yesterday, Friday, you're going to have to use a helmet. You're going to have to use a helmet. Either she going to put some kind of defender to block out, or she going to have to be on that pill. She going to have to take the morning after. We going to have to do something, because this is going to cost. But in the end of the day, we going to be all right. We need to change a lot more laws that forces people to be responsible. I'm tired of always having to take care of people I don't know, people that probably had the same opportunities that I had, that decided to not make great decisions, but yet I have to suffer for their bad decision making. You're going to have to think. But anyway, if anyone can find a way to finesse this situation, let me know. because I am in the game of finessing. I think this is one of the things that we need to do. Everybody needs to learn how to finesse. We need to have classes in elementary, middle school, high school, and college on how to finesse. We need to get this kind of education in the class and not on the street. You know what I mean? So anyway, man, hit the like, hit the subscribe button, get my numbers up. Help me with that, please. Help me, please. Help me, please. Because at the end of the day, man, we going to get to that bag. We going to get to that bag. Thank God Almighty. We going to get to that bag.